Both teams are going into the locker room tie 14-14, and it's been a real exciting and enjoyable first half of action here at the Pontiac Silverdome. We'll be back with you for the start of the second half in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Larry Auger along with Ray Blackwell. Berkley and Oak Park at a tie at halftime here from the Pontiac Silverdome. It's been one of the better and most exciting high school football games I've seen, Ray. A little bit of passing, a little bit of defense, and a lot of scoring for the first half.
Wonderful first half. It was a wonderful first half. Actually, the kids kind of came up to the challenge here, playing in the Silverdome, and they're playing like pros. They executed well. Long run by Jeff Burks for a touchdown, 2 long passes by Oak Park, 1 for a touchdown, 1 to set up a touchdown. A very good first half of football.
Well, Berkley got on a scoring first with an 80-yard scoring drive that took 17 plays. Ashcroft scored from the 1-yard line. An extra point, of course, by Zykowski. And then Oak Park came back and scored 1 in the start the second quarter. And they had a 23-yard pass to Clarence Rose for the 6 points. They failed to execute on their 2-point try for the extra point. And then Berkley in the second quarter on a 62-yard run by Jeff Burks came in for another 6 points. Steve Zykowski again kicked the extra point to give it 14-6. Then Billy Moore from 1 foot on a 51-yard scoring drive that took 6 plays scored 6 points for the Oak Park team in the second quarter. The extra point was by Clarence Rose for 2 as he ran it over and tied the game at 14-14. And of course it got real exciting in the closing moments of that half as Berkley recovered a fumble on a punt.
Big break for Berkley there. Berkley had to punt with about 47 seconds to play. Oak Park fumbled it, and Berkley took it over on about the 15-yard line, but couldn't put it in. They missed a field goal at the end.
This is a WBSD Sports presentation. Channel 58 on your cable dial. Channel 25 in Oak Park.
We were talking earlier about it's such a thrill of a lifetime for the kids to be playing here. I'd like to add that it's a thrill of a lifetime for me too to be broadcasting here from the Silverdome.
Yeah, they're treating us real good. We're in the main press box here, and this is CBS press box, I guess, according to the truck, and it doesn't get much better than this, does it, Ray?
Yeah, we're CBS. They're a cool broadcasting system.
We're having some fun up here, and of course the big story is the seniors are out there playing their last game, and a heck of a game they're playing for both teams.
Oh, it is, and I really feel I've known Jeff Burke since he was a little kid. He's not a little kid anymore. He's having a game of a lifetime here. He's got over 100 yards in the first half, and he could get 100 more. Berkley's setting the ball up flat for this kickoff. That's interesting here. They're not going to even attempt to kick it long. They're going to kick a squib-type kick for the start the second half.
Rick Barber to do the kicking, and it lands on the 25. Call it 24. Whoa, getting in an open field. You don't want that to happen.
No.
Is Clarence Ross, who's been doing a terrific job. Flag on the play.
Yeah, Ross is an all-purpose player. He's a pass receiver. And, well, here's a little squib kick. They kick really to the wrong person in Ross. He has a lot of speed and runs back, makes a nice cutback, gets good field position. And I think the penalty's on Berkley because Oak Park was clapping their hands. So they're going to end up with very good field position here on the kickoff. It's a 15-yarder.
That return was about a 25-yard return, and then another 15 on that. And that's a great way to start the second half off. You're into the Berkley territory already. The ball will rest on the 42-yard line of Berkley.
The ref didn't give a signal. Usually on a kick like that, the penalty goes to the return team, but there might have been a face mask on that.
Well, 1st and 10 from the 43. Oak Park looking to change this logjam. 14-4 to score. Oh, taken down. Nice solo tackle. And we've got number 52, Ethan Goldsmith, doing a great job on both sides of the ball.
There's my man, Ethan. Yes, Ethan. All right, this is a big play for Berkley because Oak Park has great field position, and Berkley immediately takes it away from Jeff Burks, hurries him. Goldsmith uses good speed to take him down for a huge loss.
12-yard loss, so it's going to be 2nd and 22. The ball resting on the 45 of Oak Park.
Well, Ethan is a senior. We talked about it being their last game. I think he got a little shot of adrenaline there. I didn't think he was that fast to catch that quarterback, but he sure did.
And Powell to back step again. He's got a deep drop. Screen, obvious screen, as he really allowed the Berkley players to come in pretty deep, but a gain of only 6 on the play.
Yeah, Berkley covered that screen real well. He hung it up a little too. All right, here's a straight drop. As soon as he drops back more than 3 steps, you know that it's a screen pass. Berkley rushes him, but Anthony's in the open field, but Berkley makes a real good stop there to give him just 6 yards. They still have a ton to go on third down.
3rd, and let's call it 16. What does the scoreboard say? They say 3rd and 17. That's a bit further, but what do they know? You know, we're right here, lined up to 50. The ball resting on the 49-yard line. Powell back again, looks to throw. Lot of room, and it's dropped by Ross.
Powell underthrew that ball. Ross was in the clear.
He was way in the clear, and I'll tell you, John Cates gave him a lot of room.
All right, here's the straight drop back pass by Powell. Looks out for his favorite receiver, Clarence Ross, but the ball hangs there. That's a dangerous pass because if Berkley could have picked that off, it would have been 6 going the other way.
He's got to be a little closer to pick that ball up. Going back, Steve Zayakowski to receive this punt.
I'm a little surprised that Jeff Burks doesn't run the punts back. Maybe they're just, he plays so much on defense and offense, maybe just saving him a little. Also, Zayakowski has very sure hands.
Good kick, going to have what they call plenty of hang time. Drops on the 22.
Get a good roll, too.
Takes a roll. Zayakowski to get out of the way, but it's going to be on the 6-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice punt. He angled the nose up, and it came down and took a good roll. Usually when the end of the ball noses over like that, it's going to take a good roll toward the goal line, and it did. Oak Park ends up putting Berkley back on their 11-yard line.
It's about a 38-yard punt, I think, for high school football. That's doing the job.
Yeah, Oak Park's kicking game is very impressive. Their fellow that kicks off can kick it off into the end zone, and that punter put it back, Berkley back on their heels here. See if Berkley can bring it out. Look for,
1st and 10 in dangerous territory. The ball resting on the 6-yard line. Berkley can't go backwards on this play, and they're not going to, as Ashcroft brings the ball up to the 10.
There was some excellent blocking up front there by the guard in the center. There was a huge hole.
Rick Barber, Rob Rose, and Ethan Goldsmith, the center and right and left guard respectively, doing the job.
That hole opened up. Ashcroft has good leg drive, but all he had to do was hit the hole. There was enough to drive, as they say, a tractor through there.
Well, I imagine you can see pretty much the same play, but this time it goes to Jeff Burks, and he's hit hard, but he still manages to gain about 3 yards.
All right, now this is an interesting call for Coach Fox because he's deep in his own territory in a tie game. He has 3rd and about 4 yards. So if he passes and he works, he's a genius. If he passes and it doesn't, well, we'll see.
Yeah, I would think he's going to take Burks around the left side.
Yeah, they might try to shake Jeff loose on that.
We've got Greg Anderson, Ethan Goldsmith on that side, blocking for him.
Yeah, Goldsmith and Anderson are blocking very well up front. Oh, it is going to be a pass. Ooh.
It's caught! It's caught! It's Steve Zayakowski trying to go for it all. No, he's going to be taken down from behind on his own 35-yard line. Call it the 32. It was almost intercepted, Ray.
That was a Notre Dame special. The ball, it came within a hair. Here it is. Trevor Miles drops back, throws it at the ball, is almost intercepted here. And then it bounces into the hands of Steve Zayakowski, and he is running 50, 60 yards out of their own territory. Really a Hail Mary if I've ever seen one.
And David Wilson, never say die, stayed with Steve to make the tackle. Great job. Miles, again, puts the ball right straight up the center. Ashcroft, he's breaking some tackles. He's getting the opens, 15-10. down on the 8-yard line.
Great blocking up front by the Berkley line. Anderson, Goldsmith, Hope, opening that hole, and Eddie Oscar making the most of it. So Berkley has moved from their own 11-yard line down to the 8-yard line of Oak Park in just a few plays. And that one deflection to Steve Zakowski put him there.
Well, Oak Park trying to encourage their defense. Loping around him, not the usual speed, but thundering is Jeff Burks for a touchdown.
Fantastic run by Jeffrey. They had a good hole, they had good blocking, and then, all right, here's Jeff Burke coming around to his right. He gets good blocking up front, but he breaks a tackle. Number 23 had him and made him pay the price for it.
Not the usual intense speed by Jeff Burks, but definitely the intensity to sniff out the goal line. And a key player on the field, we've been talking about him all game, Ethan Goldsmith is down injured right now.
Ethan was injured earlier in the season.
So a key player, because we've said in the telecast, and I don't know if we spelled it out clearly, but the defensive and offensive line of the Oak Park team is much bigger than that of the Berkley team, and it's been a task that Berkley has been able to handle, but Ethan's been a main cog in that front offensive defensive line.
Oddly enough, Jeff Burks is bigger than almost all of the Berkley linemen, and he's a running back.
Extra point attempt by Steve Zakowski. Weiss to do the holding. It's down, it's up, it's good. Yes. Steve's perfect on the day.
Well, that was a great drive by Berkley, featured by that deflected pass. We mentioned that if Coach Fox would have called the pass, he was either be a hero or goat, but the ball was almost intercepted, which would have been a disaster for Berkley. But the deflection went into Zakowski's hands, and Berkley scored in about 3 or 4 more plays.
Well, we've got a new score for this ball game, 21-14. Berkley takes the ball, and just as they did in the first half, the first quarter, they go all the way down the field to score. This time they started from the 11, so we're giving that an 89-yard scoring play. How many plays? 5 plays.
Well, as somebody once said, it sure helps to be lucky, and on that deflection was the big play in that game, because if Oak Park had intercepted that, they might have turned it around, and they might have led 21-14. Instead, Berkley caught the deflection. Zakowski was smart enough and kept his hands up to pick it off, and now Berkley leads 21-14.
Now these kicks have been real interesting for Berkley, Ray. They've tried squibs, they've tried long, they've tried a little bit of everything, and really haven't put, in some cases, the Oak Park team back into bad position at all.
Well, they really don't have a kicking game, and this kick is as safe as any.
Onside, it's hit, it's touched, it's down to the 38, driven out of bounds.
That was close to being a Berkley recovery too, because it went off the hands of one of the up players, and the Berkley player was right behind it. But Oak Park jumped on it, and now they have the ball.
That was David Wilson on the tackle.
All right, here's another squib kick. It gets over to the side, and the ball carrier is tackled almost immediately as he picks up the ball.
Well, Oak Park has been behind in this game before, and they've always rallied the troops to tie. We'll see what happens on this series with 7:48 to go in the third quarter. They're starting from their own 38-yard line. Anthony pounding out some tough yardage and great line surge and blocking by the Oak Park team.
Yeah, Anthony runs very hard. He's not very big. He runs real hard. It's interesting they don't run him outside a little bit more. They seem to like to run that ISO up off tackle on both sides. He seems to have the speed to get outside, but they don't run him that much.
We've got a new quarterback in there right now. James Pullman is the quarterback. He's a sophomore, 5'9" 155 pounds. At that size and weight, you wonder if he's going to be the running quarterback. But
yeah, I'm curious. The other quarterback was throwing the ball very well. I'm surprised they took him out, unless he's hurt.
Pullman pitches the ball back. Anthony breaks some tackles.
There's a flag on the play. It could be a clip or an illegal block against Oak Park. All right, here comes a wide pitch out to their speed merchant, Anthony, on the outside. He almost threw it away. He gets outside and uses his leg drive to pick up good yardage, but there's a penalty against Oak Park, which will negate the whole thing.
Craig Iwanski doing a great job at nose guard.